Hey guys, today we're going to talk to you about the 6 things we've learned about budgeting in quarantine. Stay tuned.
What's up, people? It's Nadia.
And Nicole.
Bringing you another installment of the Wealth Twin Show,
where we give you the best tips, tricks, and inside scoops to help you on your journey on your road to financial independence.
And what does that mean, Nicole?
We're trying to make work optional for you.
AKA fire your boss. So if you're new here, make sure you hit the subscribe button. We make these videos every week. So many of you may know Nicole and I live in New York City, and we're currently under a quarantine because of this pandemic.
Yeah, so, if you followed us for a while now, you've seen that our videos look different. And that's because Nadia and I are social distancing.
Now, before this pandemic started, we were very big on budgeting. But this pandemic has showed us not only do you have to budget with your money, but you also have to start budgeting your time and budgeting your food.
So then let's get into it. Let's talk about the 6 things we learned about budgeting during this pandemic and in quarantine.
All right. So number 1, budgeting our money. I'm no longer spending money on gas, commuting, on childcare because we're staying at home more. I am now using that money and pushing it into another emergency savings fund because I'm also a small business owner and a landlord. These 2 categories have been hit very hard during this quarantine and during this pandemic. I'm trying to make sure that I weather any of the risks that I've taken on because I am a small business owner and a landlord. This is why I'm using this extra money that I have currently right now and pushing it into an emergency fund so that I make sure that I'm covered if something happens in either one of these categories.
Now, for me, I've always been a big budgeter, just like Nadia. If you don't know how much we budgeted in the past, please check out this video about how we saved 75%. Now, with this, in quarantine, I'm budgeting more. I've always had a budget, and the budget I used to have that used to last me 2 weeks is now lasting me for 5 weeks. I'm saving 50% more. Now, how is that? Well, this pandemic has brought to the front what I find value in, what I truly find value in. I'm buying things that I need rather than things I want. And because I'm focusing on that, and because this is making me think of money as a priority of getting the things I so need versus the things I want to have all the time, I'm saving money.
Now, let's jump into budgeting for time. Budgeting time. What I've learned is if you don't have a routine while you're in quarantine, it's going to make things very difficult on you. My family, I have everyone get dressed as if we're going out. And if it is a nice day, we tend to go out very early in the morning and go to open fields so that the kids can play. I also budget time and make different things priorities to me. So I budget time to get those done during the day. Now, if those items that I have on my list don't get done during that day, I have to be very flexible and forgiving to myself because we are in a special situation. Everything can't get done. I'm currently the maid, the chef, the teacher. I'm everything right now. So I have to say, Nadia, look, you can't get things done that you usually would get done because your time is split across so many things. You have to be the same way. Don't beat yourself up while you're in quarantine because you're not getting anything done like you used to or being as productive. You have to be flexible. Giving yourself a routine, it's okay to do. And if you don't hit that routine that day, it's okay to miss it. You have another day to make it up.
Yeah. For me, when it comes to budgeting time, I realize I need to budget me time. So a lot of nights I'm asking friends, some of my mommy friends to get on Zoom calls at night so that we can rant, so we can talk, so that we can do anything just to get some me time. So in order for me to get that me time, my kids are on a routine too. They have to get their stuff done by a certain time and go to sleep by a certain time so that I can get that me time. And on top of that, because I need me time, I will tell you what I'm not doing. I am not making sourdough starter or trying to make bread during quarantine. Now, I would love to, but guess what? It takes too long, and my kids won't appreciate the effort. So with that, when I want to look like a hero and also budget my time correctly, I'm making pancakes from scratch and I'm making muffins from scratch. I'm telling you, I look like a hero to my kids. They love it, and it only takes me about 30 minutes. And just for you guys, if we get 10 comments or more in this video, I will give you my recipe, my famous recipe for pancakes, and also for one of the muffins I like to make if we get 10 comments or more on this video.
All right, so let's jump into budgeting groceries. Now, I will tell you something surprising that I've learned is that my grocery bill has not gone down. It's actually shot through the roof. And that's mainly because when I go into the grocery store, I don't go very often, but when I do, I throw in the stuff that I know myself and my family would like. So I'm just not looking at the prices. There's things that say I'm not looking at the prices. But what I have been doing a lot more lately is buying in bulk. So I buy my rice in bulk, I buy my quinoa in bulk, I buy rice in bulk, beans in bulk, and I've also been buying meat in bulk. Right now, what I've been doing is buying tenderloins. If you don't know, tenderloin is a cut of meat that filet mignons come from. I get a whole tenderloin that's on sale right now for like $24 when it's normally closer to $100. And I've been using that. I've had filet mignon, I have steaks, I have beef tips, and it's a lot easier to come by than hot dogs or hamburger meat, and you're eating better quality meat.
Yeah. Now, what I've learned about budgeting in quarantine in terms of food has been that I'm gravitating more to things that are versatile and that they can last a long time.
Yeah.
I have a larger family than Nadia, and my kids and my husband always seem to be hungry. But I'm not going out there on those long lines to wait and also exposing myself unnecessarily. So when it comes to snacks, I'm buying peanuts in the shells, and I'm buying kernels for popcorn. They last long, they are cheap, and the kids love them, and it's not really a junk food, and they leave me alone with that. So it helps their quarantine
but not
stomachs.
really.
Another thing when it comes to food, I'm buying things like whole chickens. And also I do tenderloins too. But I'm buying things where I can make it one day, and then the next day it turns into something else, and then something else was that. Because with the chicken, I can make chicken and vegetables one night, then I turn it into a pot pie or chicken salad the next day. Yeah. I am trying to find things that are versatile because I'm not wasting anything. Okay, I'm using, if I don't have the resources, I am being resourceful. Because we have a saying, right, Nadia?
The saying is, if it's about to go to waste, you either bake it, you either broil it, or you either bake it, you either
braise it, or broth it.
Broth it, yeah. So we'll put some recipes down there that we've been using that's been helping us get by too.
Yeah. So
be creative in this time.
Now, if you like what you heard, please let us know what you're going to do or what you've learned about budgeting in quarantine and what things you think are going to last longer once we get out of this pandemic.
And as always, make sure you understand your manners will always take you further than your money.
Yes. See you guys in the next video.
See you in the next video.